So here I'm going to show you how to multiply and divide scientific notation. All right, so with scientific notation, the reason, first of all, let's start with, I know this is multiplication because I have a number in parentheses next to another number in parentheses. What I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to keep this real simplistic, okay? It says I am going to be basically multiplying our regular number with our regular number, okay? So I have 3 times 2. That's 6. And then I have 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 2nd. So if you remember with exponents, when you have the same base or number in front of your exponents, all we do is add the exponents. All right. So again, you multiply your regular numbers together, multiply your exponents together. Well, the part that has the exponent anyways, and you make sure that you add the exponent. All right. I'm going to come down here to division now because these are actually very similar. So again, we're going to divide our regular numbers together. 9.3 divided by 3.1 is actually 3. And now we're going to divide 10 to the 7th divided by 10 to the 2nd. Keep your 10, subtract your exponents. 7 minus 2 is 5. 8 divided by 2, divide your regular numbers. 8 divided by 2 is 4, times 10 to the, again, now we're going to divide 10 to the 12th, divided by 10 to the 9th. Again, when you're dividing exponents that have the same base or number in front of them, that means you just keep that number and subtract your exponents. 12 minus 9 is 3. Okay, now I saved this one for last because I've got an extra twist on this one. Okay, so we're multiplying our regular numbers together. All right, 6 times 4 is 24. And we're going to multiply 10 to the 2nd times 10 to the 7th. So keep your base, add your exponents, 9. Now the difference is, remember, scientific notation, the number must be between 1 and 10, but not 10. Okay, so this is between 1 and 10, but not 10. This is between 1 and 10, but not 10. This is between 1 and 10, but not 10. So what I've got to do is, like the previous video, we're close to scientific notation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this 1 decimal place smaller, giving me 2.4. So instead of 24, I now have 2.4. So if I'm making this a smaller number by 1 decimal place, I've got to make this bigger by 1 exponent. So my exponent of 9 becomes an exponent of 10. So now that is my final answer. And that's a good thing to look for on a test. If they ever say, hey, which one of these numbers is in scientific notation, is an answer in scientific notation, look to see first, are all of your numbers between 1 and 10, but not 10? Okay, so for example, if they said, oh, what are the answers? And maybe they have 1.23 times 10 to the 4th, 2.7 times 10 to the 5th. All of a sudden they say 12 times 10 to the 3rd. I know instantly that cannot be my answer. That 12 was not between 1 and 10, but not 10, okay? So before I even do any math, I already know. They said scientific notation. It's got to look like this or like this, all right? So all you're doing is combining your regular numbers using the operation that is there. So we're multiplying our regular numbers, or in this one, dividing our regular numbers, and then we are multiplying our exponents and using that rule of keep the base, add the exponents, or when you're dividing, keep the base and subtract the exponents.